haven't shaved yet. It's Labor Day weekend. And I got some parties to go to. And I'm going to shave and I'm going to those parties. Now, I was looking for a different way of frying my drumsticks. You know, you fry the drumsticks, you fry the whole drumstick, and it's, you know, it's like kind of boring eventually. It gets boring. So I said, why don't I open it? Because I would usually open the ties, you know, and stuff like that. So I said, let me just open it. And then there was one point where I did like the lollipop drumstick thing. So I didn't want to do that again. So I just opened it up, but I left the bone in there. I just kind of butterfly it up and just open it up. And then I season all the inside. Now, we're gonna fry that. I'm gonna fry that. Don't have a lot, but maybe three each. But it was just a different way. I was looking for a different way of handling the drumsticks, of frying the drumsticks, of cooking them. And you can also bake them, you know. But I've already done my work with the butterflying or the opening of the drumsticks and stuff like that. So we're gonna flip that video. I'm gonna show you that video and that clip, and then we're gonna go to the preparation and the frying. So this is what they look like after I've butterflied them. I just opened them out and I left the bone in there. Bone is flavor, so I left the bone in there, and then there's something that you can hold on to when you're eating it. So I left the bone in here, but they look beautiful, don't they? Okay. So in this plate I have 1 cup of all-purpose flour. This is going to be our breading, or our breading for the chicken. And to that I'll add 1 cup of cornstarch. I use my Argo as usual. All right. And one cup of cornstarch, 1 cup of all-purpose flour. You may have a little left over, and then you'll season that. You have to season the outside. So I mean, this is the breading of the chicken, which has to be also seasoned. Depending on what you want, you can put some like hot peppers in there. You can add some cayenne, make it a little spicy. Some onion powder, garlic powder, onion powder, some garlic powder, about a tablespoon of each. Some complete seasoning. I forget my complete seasoning. This is going to round it all off. Has some little bit of parsley in there and everything. So that's seasoned. Now, we're going to put some black pepper in there. Put some black pepper in here. Antioxidant. Or you can use white pepper if you care to. If you don't like the black specks. Cool. And it flavors everything. So, to this, I am going to add some turmeric. All right, some powdered turmeric, and this is going to give it a little color. And it also has that anti-inflammatory agent in there, which is going to assist with any inflammation that you may be having in your body, right? So when you eat cooking, it's a medical situation. It's a physical situation. It's a healthy situation. You know, you have to think about all these things when you're putting food together. You know, the stuff that you're using, just use the right stuff that's gonna help you mentally, physically, health-wise, and everything. So this is well seasoned. Let's get our oil to the washer and get our oil to the right temperature. Let's get the oil to the right temperature. I already have it. It's sitting here, and I had shut the stove off. Just because it was getting too hot, so I just put that back on. And when you know it's done, it's ready. If you take a wooden spoon, I'm sure, you know, not we all know it, but most of us know. Take a wooden spoon and you stuff it, and you just put it in there. And if you see the bubbles are coming up around the wooden spoon, that means it's ready. So this isn't ready as yet, so give it another maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and we're gonna come back, we're gonna test it, and we're gonna start frying. In the meantime, whilst the oil is heating up, our beautiful chicken legs are here. So what we'll do, we'll start dredging. And There's a method where you can dredge them twice. You dredge them one time and you let them sit, and then you just give it a soak in some water, in some regular water, just cold water, just to get the just to get that coating a little sticky, and then you can dredge it again. Or you can use an egg wash. But if you don't have any eggs, or if you don't want to use the egg wash method, just use some water and stick it in the water so that it'll get moist, and you'll be able to do another dredge with it. So you see, just put this here, just make sure it's nice and covered with everything. Cool. Okay. So we can just put this guy back here. Get another one. Let's get the back. Just dredge it. And we'll just place that back in here. So, okay. So I done two to show you the first dredging. Let's check our oil. And I think my oil is ready. I think the oil is ready. You see how the bubbles are just pelting up there around the wooden spoon. So the oil is ready. Now, what I was mentioning earlier was to give it a second dredge, you know. Just in a little bit of water. I'll just do a little bit of water. And I'll just let it go into the water for a little bit. All right. Turn it over. And let that drain. Let that drain. Okay. Then we put it back into the flour. Put it back into the flour. And we'll do the same with the other one. Put it in the water. Turn it over. Let it drain. Put it back in the dredge. Dredge it again. Yeah. Shake off the excess flour. I'll give my hands a wash. And now we're gonna put that. We're gonna just hit the oil with the chicken. Looks like a bat, right? Away from you. Just when you're placing it in there, place it away from you. And I'm not going to crowd the pan. I'm just going to do two at a time. So it just needs, maybe since it's butterflied out, Just needs about a minute and a half on each side, and you'll be good to go. Or once it starts to get nice and golden brown, you can flip it. And just leave it alone. Be back when you're ready to flip. I just flipped one. Let's flip the other. Here's the final piece. And take this dial down. So I've been tasting, and this is what I'm left with. It's so good. All those flavors are coming in. Nice and crisp on the outside. It's nice and juicy on the inside, because of the cornstarch and the flour mixture and all those notes in the crust are there. The pre-season is there, so it's seasoned to the bone. It's seasoned to the bone. It's just a wonderful idea, and it's a wonderful technique. So you'll butterfly your drumsticks, season them, just leave them in the oven, maybe 30 minutes. You know, leave them in the refrigerator, maybe 30 minutes. But I just didn't have the time to do them right away, so that's why they were in there for a day and a half or whatever. But it's fantastic. It's awesome. So once again, Chris's Caribbean Delights, sharing with you a strange recipe, a new recipe, and just try it. You'll like it. So once again, like, share, and subscribe, and send this to your friends so that they can try it also. Your friends, your family, your co-workers, your enemies, just send it to everybody. Hey, let them come and look at it. They'll love it. Okay. Awesome. Bon appetit.